Come with me for an adventure of a lifetime. We're going to go crocodile hunting. Now I want to have a disclaimer and let you know that no crocodiles were hurt when filming this video about Carl Miller, a notorious Ponzi scheme promoter that needs to be stopped. Remember who I am? I'm Danny de Hek, aka the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger, and I'm here to name and shame anyone running a Ponzi scheme or a scam. Now, I've been following Carl Miller for quite some time. In fact, I've seen him promoting Hyperverse, Hypernation, We Are All Satoshi, VidiLook 1, 2. I haven't seen him doing 3, but this guy is notorious, and he calls himself Crypto Dundee. So what makes this interesting is I've actually got 2 recordings. Now the first recording was just after when We Are All Satoshi crashed, and he was helping one of his investors and giving her reinsurance. Reinsurance, is that a word? I'm really tired. That everything's going to be okay and Sam's going to come through. And I want you to listen to the gaslighting that these guys give people, to the I'm in the same boat as you. And then I've got a recording that was just recorded 3 days ago. And the reason why he's come back to these people is they have said to him, if you help get our money back out of VAV, they have just come up with some money, $100,000, and they may be interested in reinvesting in another investment opportunity. So Carl has come back and trying to be the Mr. Nice Guy after providing financial advice when he's not a financial advisor. I want you to join me and I want you to listen. Now, I'm quite tired. This 2 recordings are about 15 minutes each. So I want to go straight into them. And to be honest, I haven't really listened to all the recordings, but I listened to enough of the recordings to think, oh my goodness, is this the way these Ponzi scheme promoters actually promote people? And just before we get started, I think it would be fair to go onto a web browser and just show you who Carl Miller is. Now, he is part of a YouTube group called ANZAC Crypto Whalers. And in the group, there's a lady called Janet, there's Yvonne, there's Kate, and there's George. And you can see just by going through these videos, even Chavez has popped in, that these guys are rampant at promoting any Ponzi scheme they can. Now remember, they don't care about the crypto, they don't care about mining, they don't care about minting, they don't care about anything other than you investing so they get their reward money. Now I just want to quickly go on to one of the videos and I want you to listen to Kate Longley, who's telling someone about signing up for these packages, and you have to do it in a hurry. Now this was 1 month ago, and she was telling people to hurry up and invest or they will miss out. Now, a month ago, this was still going. A week after this video was recorded, all the money got stolen out of We Are Satoshi. Now, I can say that because Roy Kanacha has just come out today and said a video, which I'm going to do after this one, saying that Chavez has admitted that the money was stolen out of We Are Satoshi. Now, that is incredible because up to now, Chavez has been telling everyone that the money has not been stolen and it's all safe. So anyway, I'll do a video about that in the not too distant future. But imagine if you invested in this company a month ago after listening to what Kate's going to say in the next 30 seconds.
Additional WAS tokens at the end of the program is going to be really good. All right. These are a limited time offer. They're actually a very limited time offer. All right. So if you want one of those packages, you will need to act fast and get yourself one of those packages. Okay. All right.
Yes. We have heard on his butt-in, Chavez hinted that these 4 packages.
That was Yvonne.
So what's actually happening there? Kate's cutting off Yvonne Henry because she's going to spill the beans that they've got some insider trading information, and you have to hurry and get one of these packages or you're going to miss out. Now imagine if you did hurry, you would have lost all your money. So that's what I just wanted to quickly show you, is you can see this YouTube channel. These guys are not holding back at promoting these Ponzi schemes. I don't pick on these Ponzi scheme promoters lightly. I go after these people who are proactively promoting these Ponzi schemes. Now, Carl Miller doesn't really have much of an internet presence. You can see that I've built up a bit of a database with him. I've got a couple of recordings. He advised Yvonne to invest in herself and her partner $3,000 into VAV, and they actually got given a bank account number. Now, I've been talking about this for a while, and we've been tracking the bank account it was put into. It actually was an Australian bank account number, and it belonged to a company called Rhino Trading PTV. And what was unusual about the transaction was when the money got put into the Australian bank account, it got transferred to a Singapore bank account, and it cost them $200 to do so. Now, if you weren't familiar with VAV, you were meant to be able to get your money out within 24 hours. Well, half your money out 24 hours and the full amount back out in 48 hours. So the fact that it cost them $200 just to transfer it from one bank to another bank shows that they had no intention of returning people's money, because it just wouldn't work doing that. So that was what Carl suggested that the lady Vera did with her money, and you'll listen to that recording in a few seconds. Now, Carl isn't very rampant. The last time he posted on Twitter was, I can't even see a date on here, the 26th of August. So that was a month ago. And Carl, when you're liking things, just bear in mind that people can see the type of content that you are liking. So if you go through here and you check out what he actually likes on Twitter, you can see this. I don't even know what this is, but this is a Netflix documentary. And then down here you've got Pinicky Nark in here, and it's Hitchhiker's of the Star. And then down here, which I thought was quite funny, is he's got this little girl that you can see through her top, and he's liked this picture. Now, I don't know about you, but that girl looks like she's pretty much underage, and to have liked a picture like that everyone can see is not very good. But then don't worry, he's also liked some other stuff on his Twitter as well. So just remember that, Carl, that when you go into your Twitter account and you click like, people can actually see what you're looking at. I did also notice that Carl also has a Medium account, and he's got 18 followers. He did have 17. I thought I'd follow him, and he's been publishing articles about the metaverse and cryptocurrency. And then, of course, I found his Facebook page, where I found that lovely picture of him with his knife claiming to be Crypto Dundee. And just reading some of the comments, of course, you just go to Facebook.com/Carl.Miller.111 the third, and you can see how he does these posts about how you've got to get involved in cryptocurrency or you're going to miss out. For example, imagine if you could travel back in time, back to 2009, and buy or mine Bitcoin. How much would you buy or mine, or both? You know, so he's wrote this email, and you can see that he isn't very successful. 3 people have liked it. This was published on the 16th of September, which was 11 days ago. And then if you go down a little bit more, there's some other posts. Anyone want to get Bitcoin now while it's relatively cheap? Just message me. Only 8 months to the next Bitcoin halving. And the expected next bull run. So if you want to know anything about crypto, you just go and ask Carl, because he's a legend. But be honest, I couldn't actually find very much about Carl. He does like playing games, because this is Township. I don't even play games myself, and he's really obviously hooked into playing games. So that's Carl. Nothing too exciting, but I really want to take down Yvonne Henry, I really want to take down George, I really want to take down Kate, and I really want to take down this lady, Janet, I think it's Janet, who I haven't actually got a hell of a lot of information on. I do ring up Carl every day, but he never talks to me. He's too scared to talk to me on the phone. He even leaves the phone off the hook, and I watch TV with him sometimes. All right, so let's get into it. Let's listen to the phone call. Now, this was a lady who has lost $90,000 into investing in crypto opportunities, and her expert and her go-to person for finding out about crypto is Carl. Now, they have given me permission to post this information, and they want to expose Carl as a scammer. They have come to terms with the fact that they have lost their money and they're never going to see it again. Carl has come up with so many horrible excuses, it's breathtaking to listen to them. And I want you to hear the things that these multi-level marketers say to their clientele to keep them intrigued or make up excuses for the reason they lost their money. So let's get into it.
Sam is working through the issues.
Now, if you didn't hear that, it said Sam is working through the issues. Hopefully you can hear it okay.
I'm confident.
Okay, mate. All right, well, yeah. Do you know what the timeline on this is going to be by the time we get our money?
So, say again?
Do you know how long before we get our money, what you think the timeline would be?
Well, he's committed to focusing on Wea or Satoshi from tomorrow, I mean what the time is now, it's 3 o'clock at the moment in the dark, for a week, and then focusing on VAV for a week.
So nothing's going to happen in the next week, is that what you're saying?
No, because sometimes things work in people's favour. He might find that everything is ticking nicely with Wea or Satoshi, and he focuses on it for 2 days.
So at this point, because this was a month ago, Sam Lee had basically been trying to run 3 Ponzi schemes at the same time. So the first one was VidiLook, which was the second reboot that crashed. Now, VidiLook was a platform where basically you could buy packages from $150, $750, and $1,500, and you basically watched commercials, which were outdated commercials, and because you were watching those commercials, you thought that you would get a daily reward. Now, if you invested $1,500, I think the money that you received daily was $55. Now, it only lasted 6 weeks and it crashed. The reason it crashed, they told everyone, was because they had 6,000 multiple accounts sign up and this platform couldn't sustain itself. But after it crashed, Garrett, whether you can believe him or not, because he's off starting up another Ponzi scheme now, got paid out $55,000 from the platform after it had crashed. And we've got all the timestamps and screenshots of that transaction that Sam paid him out. Sam paid him out even though Sam wasn't the owner. Anyway, Conrad was the guy that was involved. He was the CEO. He left. And a week after he left, they rebooted VidiLook to VidiLook 2. And then they renamed VidiLook to VidiLook Beta and they said it shouldn't be released because it wasn't ready to be released. And everyone thought, right, we're into it. And they ran this amazing 24-hour sale where you could buy a $1,500 membership for only $750. But what they didn't tell people, that you could only get half the rewards. Anyway, that only lasted 2 weeks. And just the other day, I'm going to interview a lady who's called Summer. She's agreed to do an interview with me. She is now promoting Vend. And Vend is the third rinse and repeat startup. And Sam Lee is behind it. Now, theoretically, they all have leadership behind it and they have owners behind it. And Sam claims that he is the one and only owner of what they call Vend. It's just ridiculous. That was just one Ponzi scheme that Sam was going to fix and get going again. The other one was VAV. And this is ridiculous. They had, over a week, they were releasing 3 different packages, 1, 2, and 3, star 1, star 2, star 3, and literally you could put $150 in, and within 24 hours you could request to have half your money out, and within 48 hours you could have all your money out. Now, it seemed like only a handful of people got their money out on day 1, and then everyone invested, and it was a money grab, and literally everyone put their money in. Now, the funny thing about it, when I heard the promotion, it didn't say anything about receiving rewards. It just said that you could put your money in, shake it all about, and get it all out again within 48 hours, and then you would accumulate a bank account of maybe 3 or 4 times what you initially put in. However, the fine print said that you couldn't actually do anything with the money until Sam figured out what they were going to do with it. But in the meantime, every single person that put their money in, bar a few that got on social media and go, I got my money out on day 1, lost a lot. So that was 2 platforms that fell over basically within a week. And the third one was We Are All Satoshi. Now, I've got a video of Roy Conarcher saying today that he got told by Chavis that Sam stole the money out of We Are Satoshi, even though they have a proof of reserve of $4.2 million in it, which my last video that I released this morning basically tells people that that means that they've only ever had $14 million into the platform. And there's meant to be 70,000 members. And that was confirmed today in one of the meetings I was listening to. So that means that the average person puts in $200. However, they blew through an advertising or a marketing budget of $260 million. Now, if their platform is correct, which it doesn't seem to be, in my last video I explained that would mean that they've had over $382 million in the platform, which doesn't make sense. So the whole lot is a sham. All the figures they give you are just a load of crock. Anyway, We Are Satoshi put a membership package out where the maximum you could invest in We Are Satoshi at one point was $1,500. At the same time, all these other Ponzi schemes were doing a money grab. Sam decided to put a package online for $5,000. And it didn't even offer you any rewards. So the big leaders claimed, I don't believe they did, actually they bought these $5,000 packages. And within a week and a half, they all fell over. And all the money went. And Sam did cocaine, he got drunk a few times, and did some really stupid videos, which if you go and look at my YouTube shorts, you can actually see these videos. Now that's just a brief summary of what's been happening in the last 4 weeks. Now the unusual thing about this is that at that time, Vera, who had invested in all those platforms, have basically lost the money. Now Carl has gone in there and he's reassuring her that Sam's got it all under control. And the promises that he's making her, I haven't even heard this voiceover, but I can only assume this is going to be some good shit to listen to when we listen to Crypto Dundee doing his most dangerous act yet as the Crocodile Man.
And then he focuses on Dav.
Now, in case you're wondering who the two men are, Vera, that's her partner. And he's been corresponding with me, and I've also been talking to Vera. So they're both listening to what Carl has to say.
Yeah.
You asked the question, what are the timelines that I'm aware of? And that is the timelines that I'm aware of.
Fair.
Yeah, things blew up negatively with VidiLook. Something might blow up positively and free up his time, and he can switch focus early.
Have you ever heard of anything blowing up positively? Every time I've heard of a bomb, it only causes destruction, and that's exactly what's happened to all these packages from Sam Lee. Now, I don't like Sam Lee. I believe he's a scammer. He's definitely not a billionaire. He's even said that to me in a chat room himself. I've chatted to him for 3 hours in a chat room with 3,000 people, one-on-one, and we had a quite intense conversation. If you don't know who Sam was, these guys, Carl lives in Melbourne. Now, Sam's originally from Melbourne. He started up a company called Blockchain Global. They raised $50 million because they got it listed on the Australian exchange. And then all of a sudden, Sam Lee and Ryan Ju disappeared, who was his business partner, and Ryan Ju is still in hiding. However, Sam disappeared for 8 months and then popped up in Dubai. And now this is what Sam's been doing with his time as running these Ponzi schemes. Of course, in between all that, we've had Hyperverse and Hypernation, Hypercapital, Hyperfund, and all those ones doing rinse, repeat, and name brands and renames and all sorts of things. So it's just been going on and on and on, and they've been promising people that they're going to get their money back. They've been starting up other Ponzi schemes to encourage people to invest in those so they can trade their way out of it, like doubling down at the casino. And it's just been horrific for me to watch this all happening. So when Vera contacted me and said, is there a possibility that the guy that I've just paid $1,800 to is able to get my crypto out? Could you look at it? I put my hand on my heart and said, I will have a look at it, even though I knew she'd been scammed out of another $1,800. But potentially she was going to get scammed for another $1,800 if I didn't do a bit of research. So I've built a bit of a relationship up with this couple, and they've told me a lot about what Carl has been doing. And I'm just disgusted by his behavior. And I wanted to share it with you so you can hear how these guys work the inside.
Okay.
But the only timeline that I have heard and that's on a Zoom that is on the internet, is that he's focusing on VidiLook until today. We are all Satoshi for a week, then back to VAV for a week to catch everything up.
Okay, mate. We're not the only ones bothering you. I'm sure you signed up other people. When you said there was $10 or $20 million, that means that there'd be a lot of people that are waiting for their money, yeah? Not just us.
Now, just so you know, my mate is well aware that he's been scammed, and he's baiting Carl to say things and provide information. It's not he's not stupid. He's a property investor with his partner or developers. I'm not quite sure, to be honest, but he's just playing dumb so that Carl will keep spilling the beans, so I can get a beautiful recording to show you how these guys work.
Absolutely. I haven't got a cent out of that.
Oh, you haven't?
See, this is the stupid thing, and I say it every time. These multi-level marketers pretend or claim that they have invested heavily in these platforms and they're in the same boat as you. I hear it all day long. It's a load of rubbish. They don't invest, I don't believe, anything other than the minimum investment so they can get their account established, because they're after the commission money when they get these suckers that invest. That's all they're after, and they take that commission money out. Now, when I was in that room, the lady that was doing, when I was on the web browser, the lady Kate that was doing the presentation, I had a one-on-one meeting with her with one-on Rob and Jim, who are in the meeting with us, and I'll have a wee box probably pop up about now, and it actually shows you that she had taken out her money in real time. She was showing us that she was withdrawing the reward money that they get when they sign new people up, because this is all the Ponzi schemes are about. They're about new sign-ups. There's no product or no income stream other than you signing up and buying one of these packages, and that's what they keep doing, and they're getting away with it. They're rampant at the moment.
Correct. I didn't put a withdrawal request in as soon as I got half of my money back.
Oh,
I got nothing back.
Oh, poor Carl.
Sorry,
people that have got half of their money back, because as soon as the first day finished, they put their withdrawal request in.
From VAV, you're saying, yeah?
Correct.
Well, we haven't got anything.
Neither have I.
Oh, poor Carl. You okay, mate?
So,
yeah. So, aren't your phones running hot? Like, how many people did you sign up? Isn't your phone running hot? People saying, "Where's my money? Where's my money? Where's my money?" Like we are.
yeah.
Doesn't that drain you though?
Oh, poor Carl. Answer, Carl.
Yes and no. Yes.
Yes and no. People you've told to invest their money in a Ponzi scheme or a crypto opportunity like you had on your Facebook, and you're going yes or no. I'm going to love to hear what you're going to say next, Carl, and I haven't heard this before.
Because, I'm constantly being asked what's going on.
What's going on, Carl? What's going on? What are you doing offering financial advice to people when you're not a financial advisor, eh?
I can't answer the question.
Yeah.
I'm not in his brain.
I'm not in Sam's brain, but you're in his wallet like a week ago, before this happened.
I'm not in his country at the moment.
He's an Australian, lives in Melbourne. What do you mean?
He's not in my country. He's not at home here.
Yeah.
You're looking pretty stupid now with your crypto Dundee hat on, aren't you, Carl? Watch out for those crocodiles. They might bite you and eat you up.
But no, because people realise that VidiLook is just one cog in a big machine of businesses, and he's focused on that one cog at the moment.
I love the way they call these things businesses. There's no such thing as a business. These guys have these stupid I'm registered business pieces of paper. For example, Garrett was theoretically thrown under the bus as the owner of VidiLook, and it was VidiLook Vadal Services, which were helping people import furniture, was the actual stamp they had on the name. And the reason he registered that company as VidiLook is so it could help him get his visa. Hey, and a funny thing about Garrett, because I did a recording with Garrett, and he rang up and talked to me for an hour 22. And then I published the recording, and then he rang up one day really upset, and he said, "You've got to take out the part of the video where it says that they're taking people out to the desert and burying them." And I said, okay, so I cut that piece out of my YouTube video because I can edit those bits out. And then about 3 weeks later, he released his own Ponzi scheme, and he abused the shit out of me online. And he was trying to ring me up, and he was saying horrible things to me. Anyway, just figured out yesterday that I can undo the changes I did. So the video of Garrett talking about how he says the Dubai people, what do they call the president or the Dubai family, actually take people out to the desert and take them off. It's actually back on the internet because he said if they heard him say that, he could get locked up in prison or worse. So sorry about that, Garrett. Let's just call that revenge. You shouldn't be so horrible to people that are trying to save people from getting themselves scammed. All right? Well, no doubt I'll be getting a phone call from Garrett.
Now, you were only focused on VAV, but other people in my team are focused on VidiLook. We are also...
VAV, V-A-V, sorry, and VidiLook. So he's got a whole team of people around him that have lost everything. It's just carnage. Carnage.
Stable DAO, stable opinion, historical projects like DAOversal, Hyperverse, Hypernation, now...
He said DAOversal. Very interesting he says that because he talks about that in the next clip that we'll be listening to in a few minutes.
DAOversal. Yeah. So they've got a bigger picture than you. Your picture is just VAV.
Oh, well, that makes it okay. These guys gave $3,000 to Carl. He put it into an Australian bank account. It disappeared over to Singapore. And then within 10 days, they rang up me and said, is there any chance of our getting your money back? And I said, no, you've just been scammed, mate. I said, who was the man that introduced you to it? And he said, his name's Carl. And I said, Carl Miller? And they went, yes. And I said, oh, my goodness. I said, is he a friend of yours? He said, oh, we've been out with lunch with him once. And I said, well, that was a mistake of your life. I felt sorry for these people.
But then when, once we get VAV clear, then, Vera's got the other fight of the other one, I don't know what's...
Yes, and I haven't even touched the other one yet.
What's going on with that?
Well, as far as I know, DAOversal is a fully fledged metaverse platform.
So just put you in the picture, Vera, his partner, actually put in $45,000 into Hyperverse, and they did manage to claw out $22,000 of that money, if my figures are right, to give you an idea what they're talking about at the moment. But obviously, she still lost, $23,000.
And effectively, they have bought the membership of Hyperverse and Hypernation, Hypercosmos, and Satoshi AI.
But that's a bit different. That's why Vera's not worried about that. That wasn't, we'll give your money back in 2 days, was it? That was a long-term investment.
Yes.
Yeah. What was it, 330 days or something?
Depending on when you started, yeah.
So 330 days, you're going to get your money back? I thought it was 600 days. Interesting.
Now, DAOversal's, what I've heard so far is that it's a lot longer than that.
How long is it?
Something like 1,000 plus days.
This is interesting because DAOversal is like, what they've done is Hyperverse, it's a long story. I'm not going to bore you with it and watch some of my other videos. Just go into my YouTube channel and search for Hyperverse and you'll find tons of videos. Everyone lost their money, okay? It's quite simple. Then they rebranded it into Hypernation. And then Keith Williams got made the global sales representative. He theoretically didn't know it was a Ponzi scheme until the money started drying up, and he was going to trade their way out of it with Hypernation. Hypernation went crazy because they hired a guy called Mr. H. And that was quite funny. There's a video all about Mr. H. I did watch 40 videos of Mr. H in a day, and I proved there was 3 different Mr. H's. It was really funny. Anyway, long story short, they've now transferred all the Hypernation money into, they've sold it theoretically to DAOversal. And DAOversal had the database. So your data that you set up your account with was sold to somebody called DAOversal. But then they've allowed people to go into Hypernation and convert their money into it's very confusing. Even I'm finding it hard now. DAOversal, and now the thing is you can buy planets for as little as $10. We can buy a planet. Buy planets. I don't follow it. I haven't even looked at it, but Pinnakinark is looking at it, and it sounds like Carl has been watching and participating in that as well. And it's just all bullshit. It's rinse and repeat, rename, rebrand. It's just all rubbish. The whole lot's all rubbish. Don't give these guys your money. None of it. And all the I can get your money back thing. It's just all bullshit. But anyway, it's interesting he's talking about it. So just to put it clear, originally the minimum investment for Hyperverse was $300, and you would get 3 times your return of your money paid out in rewards that you could convert back into USDT after 600 days, or you could reinvest the money and compound it. And then they changed it to $400, and you would have 1,300 days before you got 4 times your reward. Now, DAOversal sounds like he just said 330 days. He's got that wrong, obviously, because that was never a figure I've heard of. But now DAOversal was claiming that it's going to be a lot longer before you get your money out. But once they convert your tokens from one token to another tokens, basically somebody said, I think I saw a chat room, somebody said they had $10,000 in there, and once they converted it, it turned into about $2 or $20. So it's just chicken feed money. It's all bullshit. Anyway, let's listen to Carl. Carry on.
Before Vera gets anything on that, yeah?
Yeah.
What has it been? Has it been 6 months?
Hang on. DAOversal is 2 weeks.
You didn't sign up for DAOversal.
Oh, DAOversal. How much did we put into that?
So this is your financial advisor who's not a regulated financial advisor looking after your funds for you. How would you feel having Carl look after you?
How much did who put into that?
How much did Vera put into that?
At the moment, I have no idea because she hasn't completed the move into that. DAOversal has bought the membership because they're a metaverse. They want people, population, right?
Right.
Goodness.
Hyperverse, Hypernation of all.
But I know Vera put some money in. When you say she's not completed, I know she's given the money. She's given the money.
Now, listen. DAOversal bought the membership.
Right.
But there is a clause in the Hypernation, Hyperverse, that Hyperverse cannot move you to another platform without your permission.
Right.
Right.
Okay?
Alrighty.
So she has to log into her Hyperverse account and approve the moving of assets from Hyperverse to DAOversal.
Okay.
Should she do that? Is that something she should do?
No.
No, she shouldn't do.
Don't do it.
No, because I do not know anything about DAOversal yet. I haven't looked into it.
Okay.
I haven't moved anything.
Okay.
So everybody that doesn't log in technically is still in Hyperverse.
Right.
But I don't know what the implications of not approving or actually approving, because I'm too busy with Vera or Satoshi at the moment.
Whoa.
And now this blowing up of Vidilook.
But Vera's got an account with Satoshi too, hasn't she?
Has she?
Well, she's got a membership account, yeah, but there's no money in it.
Nothing at all.
That's a relief.
Nothing at all.
What was the one when we come and seen you, before we come and seen you, she tipped in a couple of grand? What was that for? That was Stable DAO?
No, she's got nothing in Stable DAO.
She'd given 1,200 or 2,000 or something for
That's Hypernation.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It's the same as Hyperverse.
So confusing.
Oh, it's the same. It ended up being the same, did it?
They've ended up, well, it's on hold.
Oh, okay. Sounds great, Carl. You really know your shit.
Okay.
You're a legend, mate.
It's a whole separate issue.
Oh, it is. And issues all over the place. Any investments that Carl has encourages people to do has been a flop. Every single one of the investments that Carl Miller, the crypto Dundee, has advised people has fallen flat in the face. Why would you believe this guy? And now they're going to be selling mining packages, and the world's going to change. And because of Chavez has set up this way that people can look and they can see that they're mining Bitcoin. Now, get this. The new thing is that he's told people they can mine Bitcoin 2, and it's going to cost $3 each, and you can do it on their in-house blockchain, all right? When you do it on the in-house blockchain, it's going to cost $3 for gas, $3 to mine one coin. But you can go buy Bitcoin 2 on Coinbase for 45 cents. So unless I've got that wrong, please put it in the comments box. Why the hell would you mine it when you can buy it? And then once you've got it, you theoretically got to sell it to somebody who wants to buy it. And they've shut down for the next 4 days because they're actually, at the moment, they're minting the NFTs. Now, I don't know about you, if you've been following the NFTs, they're a total waste of money. I thought Banksy would be the one that would be benefiting from the NFT market, because you can buy these non-fungible tokens, which means you buy one of a kind of something. Something that's been generated by a computer is all of a sudden something valuable that you can have on your phone, and you can say, I own that bit of digital data. I mean, really, guys? I think NFTs sort of got their prime about 2 years ago, and now they're falling flat on the face. Now, these guys are doing affiliate marketing. I made $100,000 in affiliate marketing in 4 months. Would you like me to tell you how I did it? Well, it was actually 19 years ago, and it was just the thing to do at the time. And they're bringing up this affiliate marketing. Instead of saying we're multi-level marketers, they're encouraging people to affiliate market. And the affiliate marketing is selling mining packages or selling miners to people who don't know shit. Now, I've looked at these Zoom meetings. The last video I did just yesterday was one of the best videos I've done. I got invited in to talk to Chavez and basically got to ask him a lot of questions, but I got no answers. They ridiculed me. They told me I was an old man. This is somebody who claims to be rich and a successful man. It was just ridiculous. Now, my point is that even if you can mint or mine tokens, whatever it is, there's no market for them. They're not valuable to anyone except the people in the environment. So no one's going to buy these valuable tokens that aren't valuable. It's just ridiculous. Anyway, let's get back on with it, Carl.
At the moment, I'm not even looking at Hyper anything.
Well, Hyper's left the building. Okay, Hyper has left the building.
Right, okay. Until all this sorts out, yeah?
Correct.
Okay. Okay, mate. Sorry, I'm asking stupid questions. It's just I don't understand it, you know.
No, they're not stupid questions. They're just not understood questions.
Yeah, I don't understand it. So all I look at is there's only money going one way, you know.
Yeah, there is only money going one way, and it's going 20% of it or more is going into Carl's pocket, and now he's trying to do the hardship speech. So he's in the same boat as you. I'm so sick of hearing these conversations, and this is nothing I'm surprised about. It's just ridiculous.
And that's a concern for me, Carl. I'm seeing some.
Everybody does.
I'm seeing some red flags all over the shop, but the only thing that makes us sit back and think is you know, you're relaxed about it, so we think, hang on, you know, well,
Carl's been doing this for quite a few years now. He knows all the lines to say.
I don't really care what family does and is and whatever, you know. We're dealing with you.
Notorious Downunder victim hunter. What a great statement that one was. I was quite chuffed when I came up with that. That's exactly who this guy is.
Yeah, and that's why I said to Vera, whatever this money that she's talking about putting into We Are Satoshi, don't. She's not in the mindset to take on another project.
Oh, look, if she could see that, you know, there's a return and these people are honest and it's all above board, why not, you know? Why not?
Because I said to her, because from this point forward, she just might not have the mindset to trust any project.
Oh, I think that's like everyone, eh, Carl?
Unless she sees the results, yeah, she's in that mindset, absolutely.
I mean, who would... They tell you to only put money in you're prepared to lose, which is the dumbest statement ever, because I don't think anyone is prepared to lose their money when they put money in to an investment. So she's not in the right mindset, so you're not going to take her money, Carl. Well, the next, I don't know what's changed, but your next recording is saying something quite different.
Because Hyperverse, then Hypernation, you know, there's another 8-10 grand there. You know, no good. No good.
And as far as I know, she will get the money from Hyperverse and Hypernation through DAOversal.
Oh my God, in about 300 years, theoretically. That's if none of these Ponzi schemes last that long. I can't believe you can actually say statements like that. Can you verify that?
But you're saying don't transfer.
Yeah, because I don't.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, he just said don't transfer the money, but you're going to get your money back through DAOversal, but don't transfer your money. So what?
Know what the implications are. I don't know the platform. All I know is what people have said in Zooms.
Bring out your money.
Is that it looks okay, but I haven't looked at it as closely as they have.
Okay.
So as far as I know, they may be not understanding the mathematics, or they might be putting more money in themselves in order to get more money out down the track.
Pinicky Nark. I mean, you can trust him, can't you guys? Everyone knows Pinicky Nark. Remember, he was in bed with Kalpish, not Kalpish, with, I've forgotten his name, oh my goodness, Keith Williams. And then, obviously, he was the replacement for Kalpish Patel. Now, if you're not familiar with Kalpish Patel, he fell out with Sam Lee. He can't stand Sam Lee because Sam Lee told him that they were taking the money out of Hyperverse and transferring it into Bitcoin. And he also said that they weren't doing any whale trading, and they also were not investing in startups. And then later on, they offered Kalpish Patel a large sum of money to do a slow exit strategy for Hyperverse to the community. So that's what happens. Kalpish Patel texts me that. I screenshotted it, thank goodness, and then he deleted it. But he didn't want that to get out, but he wanted the word to get out there because everyone was throwing Kalpish Patel under the bus. However, Kalpish Patel, like Keith Williams, now lives in $1 million apartment. Keith Williams lives in a £3 million house, got a couple of mil in the bank, got property investments. Unfortunately, Keith Williams has got stage 4 cancer. I thought it was a slow exit strategy, and I was about to blow him out of the water because he was having a 60th birthday bash. And then one of his best friends rang me up and said he really has got cancer, Danny, and the 60th birthday bash was a farewell party more than a celebration. His neighbour phoned me up telling me, when is Keith Williams going to be arrested? Because he's always having noisy parties. And that's what happened. So karma does catch up, but Keith Williams' karma has caught up with him, but Kalpish Patel is still living in Dubai on the 56th story of some building overlooking the Majestic. And I showed you some photos recently with Roy Kanacha, who claims that he was over there doing a, what did he say he was doing? He was doing a investigation or a reconnaissance run, not in bed with the scammers. Oh, no. He was over there doing some research on what was happening, hoping that he could claw back the money he lost. Anyway, he's trying to promise people that he can do a class action lawsuit now and get people's money back. And it's just ridiculous. I'll do a video about that. He did a video this morning. I've got to do a video about it. That's ridiculous. All right, back on to Carl. Come on, Carl.
Who owns?
I don't know. I haven't investigated it.
Who owns that? Is that the same?
DAOversal.
Yeah.
I don't know his name. I see him on a Zoom.
Okay.
Or, as far as we know,
Does this not alarm you guys?
Seen him on a Zoom.
Mm-hmm.
Whether he's an actor or a real person, I have no idea.
Yeah.
Whether he's an actor or a real person, I have no idea. Does Stephen Rees-Lewis come to mind? The guy that did about 7 videos calming the farm when it was all going pear-shaped with Hyperverse and Hibernation. Oh, he wasn't in Hibernation. They replaced Stephen Rees-Lewis with Mr. H. But here he is telling you he doesn't even know the person is a real person that he's suggesting that is going to be the savior for the money that Vera has lost. It's just so ridiculous. The bullshit that comes out of Carl's mouth is just unfathomable. And I don't even know if I'm saying that word right, but it is like 12 minutes past 2 in the morning.
I know that one of my Hypernation Discord friends was going to fly from America to Dubai to meet this guy.
That'd be a good idea, especially since you're telling everyone to trust him.
Whether he does or has, I don't know yet.
Well, that's informative, isn't it, Carl? We really knew that one well. So let's get this. The guy's in Dubai. Straight away, he's a scammer. Everyone who's running a scam lives in Dubai. Just put that up with a red flag. Anyone living in Dubai offering you a financial opportunity, scammer. Quite simple.
Okay, I understand. Look, Dubai is not that big of a place, you know.
True.
Dubai is not that big of a place. If you know, if Vera really gets worried about it, I suppose we can send someone there and say, hey, I'm sure if they rock up to Sam Lee's offices, there'll be 1, 2, 3, 5,000 people working there or whatever. It'll be a serious setup, won't it?
I actually got the addresses of Sam's office the other day. So if you do want the actual address of the building that Sam works out of, let me know. Just so happens I have some pretty cool contacts that I get. Now, if you are watching this video and you believe that you can provide me some information about any Ponzi scheme or scam or any individual, it is literally like building a large database. I am building a large database of scams and scammers. So any information you provide me can be given to me anonymously. Now you go to my website, hopefully a box will pop up about now, and you can literally provide information to me anonymously. Now on my website you'll find all these videos, all the descriptions, and I do encourage you to comment, like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I just did a bit of a survey with We Are All Satoshi. They have about 7,500 subscribers on their YouTube channel, but they have 70,000 people that theoretically have invested in their platform, which tells me that only 10% of the people that have invested have subscribed to their YouTube channel. Now that doesn't make any sense to me because most people have to tune in using Zoom and they put the Zoom videos on to the YouTube channel, which means if you want to keep up to date with what's happening, you'd need to subscribe. So you're telling me that 70,000 is real, or is it another phony number of people they are? So they've currently said that they've got 22,000 people who are ready to mine for crypto when it starts mining, I think tomorrow or the 1st. I've lost the date. So there's all these figures and these numbers they give you are just bullshit. Anyway, I'm getting off track. So what I'm trying to say is if you do want Sam Lee's details or anything like that, please do reach out to me. If you have any information about scammers, please do give it to me. And obviously you can go to my website and do that. And I'll be most grateful.
Yeah.
Okay.
And all the people who went to Satoshi's table met those people.
All right, okay. And they're people from Australia, yeah?
Yeah, okay. Janet, Kate.
So Janet is the lady who invested $25,000 into We Are Satoshi. I'm not sure if Kate did, but they had a all-expensive paid trip, theoretically, to go to Dubai to be on the square table. I thought it was a round table. The We Are All Satoshi square table.
Yvonne, Janet's husband.
Oh, they went over to Dubai, did they?
Well, Janet was already in Europe on a holiday, so she just went on a side trip down to Dubai for the square table. But Yvonne and Kate, they went over. All expenses paid.
So that's what they do with your scammer money, ladies and gentlemen. Now I'm just going to show you to have a look at these. So that's Yvonne there, Yvonne Henry. This is Janet, as far as I'm aware. This is George. And there is our darling, there's Kate, and obviously that was Carl. And you can see that these guys, this is the Australian, well, they call it the ANZAC. So there's Janet here. So that's what she looks like. I haven't actually got any information on her, but theoretically, her and her husband, she forked out $25,000 to actually invest. So she's having a ball of a time. It looks like she could be on a cruise ship, I'm guessing. Holidays. So yeah, so that's what these scammers do with your money. So carry on, Carl.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
He's doing good keeping him on the phone as long as he can and pumping his brain in information.
So they've been to his operation. They've met him.
They should have strangled Sam when they were there.
That's the first time they've actually met him face to face.
Okay.
When Keith Williams and Kalpesh Patel met Sam for the first time, he turned up in a Rolls Royce, and it finished up at the Rolls Royce. It's not even Sam's, it's a colleague of his that doesn't want anything to do with him anymore.
So he exists. Chavez exists. The operation exists.
Wow, wonder what Chavez's last name is. Has anyone figured that out yet?
Okay. Oh, well, you know, like, that's the only thing that gives us comfort, Carl, the fact that you're relaxed and, you know, you're saying it's coming, and, yeah. We were quiet for a few days. We thought we'd just let you be, you know. We didn't want to be the one, you know, those business contacts that just keep calling and calling and calling over money. We're not like that. But it is worrying because nothing's come back at all, not $1.
Yes, I know. I've got nothing out of, well, my kids have got nothing out of Hyperverse and Hibernation. I got a few hundred out of Hibernation. I got 30% of what I put into Hyperverse.
Oh, you idiot.
Yeah.
But I don't have any control over there. I don't have any visibility.
Just well, you got a day job then, isn't it, Carl? And what is that day job? You drive trucks?
It's not Sam.
Do you squat flies? Are you a crocodile hunter? Who are you? What do you really do? Do you work at a wildlife park? Do you get to play with the donkeys? Or are you on your Twitter account liking things you shouldn't?
That is in control of those.
Are you married, Carl? Like, I can understand people get involved in the community and it's part of their life and they enjoy that part of it. But I have a feeling that Carl is probably one of those people that live alone, and he's probably got himself behind a computer, and he probably quite enjoys playing around in crypto. But ladies and gentlemen, this is not crypto. This is actually scamming people out of their money. You can't tell me that everybody who looks at these, or any of these schemes, can tell me that they are legitimate. They haven't done their research. These companies that they say are companies, they don't exist. The people that they are backing are criminals. Sam Lee stole $50 million from Australians. It was all over the papers. How can this guy say that Sam Lee's a good guy when there's liquidators looking for $50 million that was stolen from Sam Lee's company, Blockchain Global? Do a search. Go to Behind MLM and read the articles. Even if you don't believe that Behind MLM is a legitimate source, which I do, the information is too good not to be true. Go and find other articles. Ring up people, law enforcement, if you want to find out this stuff and find out whether Sam Lee is a legitimate business person. Now here this last month, these guys were following and promoting Sam Lee, as I showed you at the beginning of this video.
He has influence over the people that does, but...
Only because he says he has influence. You've believed every word he said.
He can't stop them and start them or anything. He has influence. And if they won't pay their commitments, all he can do is wait for somebody to arrest those people, and then he can release information to the government, to the authorities in different countries.
Whatever.
What do you mean arrest those people?
Whoever's in charge of Hyper.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Whoever's in charge of Hyper. Next time you invest in any company that Carl says, find out who's in charge of it first.
But now he owns VidiLook. He owns it now. So he has to clean it up.
But we proved, well, if you can believe Garrett, which I don't, we've proved that that Sam Lee owned VidiLook way from the start, because he paid Garrett's wages of $55,000, $45,000 for building the downline and $10,000 for wages that he owed Garrett after the Ponzi scheme had collapsed. They have a fail-safe system. If more money goes out than comes in a 7-day period, it automatically shuts down. Once the Ponzi scheme VidiLook beta, what they call it now, had that problem, it shut down, and then Sam started divvying up the money they had collected from scamming everyone. That's how these scams work.
He created that. he has to clean it up.
VAV was only created in about 3 days, and it lasted 7 days, and people lost thousands of dollars from it.
He owns We Are All Satoshi. It does not need any cleaning up. It's moving exactly as it should. So that's working. He created it. He owns it. He's taken on VidiLook. He will fix it.
He didn't fix it. In fact, every single thing he's alleging is going to happen hasn't happened, and Sam's gone now.
Then you'll get
And this was 1 month ago.
back to the third one, which he owns, and fix it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, Carl.
Right. So that was Carl. That was the first message. This was when everything was falling over. And I think that's where Carl needs to go. And we've even got a sound for that. Jail. So that's what I think. Now, the second part of this, we've got, thank you, somebody said hi in the chat room. I was saying hi back. I've actually asked them where they're from. I've currently got 8 people watching me at 23 minutes past 2 in the morning, record this session. So thank you for being here. Every now and again, you'll see a chat box turn up on the screen as I record this. Now, the second part is about 12 minutes long. I'll try not to talk through it unless they say something that's groundbreaking. But this, the first part was basically a month ago, and the part that I'm about to play now is actually just recorded 3 days ago. And this is Carl contacting these people that were dismayed a month ago because they have told him that they are interested in putting more money into his next opportunity. So he's all interested and he's all keen and he's all nice and he's ringing them up going, hi guys, because he wants that commission money he gets. So there's a fail safe for Carl. Carl, the crypto Dundee. Now, Miller, his last name. Now, what he's doing there, if he gets $10,000 of their money, the commission that he gets, he can take it out straight away. And like I showed you earlier on, told you earlier on, Kate showed us that she signed up 42 people and she could take the money out. These guys are getting side hustle money from promoting these Ponzi schemes. I might be a bit jovial and a bit funny and have a bit of a laugh, but if you took these guys seriously, you'd go mental. So it's a very serious thing. Vera, that you're going to hear from in the next video, she is a lady who's invested $90,000 in crypto. I think it's been over the last year. It could actually be over the last 2 years. I'm not entirely sure. So let's listen to what Vera has to say and listen to Carl trying to give guidance once again. Now, he's not a financial advisor, and if you are going to do an investment opportunities, go get a real financial advisor. Don't listen to stupid idiots, bottom feeders of the world like Carl. And I'm going to ring Carl up tomorrow until he answers. And one day he'll actually be a man and talk to me on the phone. I would love to interview Carl. If I've got my information wrong and you think I'm just a silly idiot, then go in here, post some comments underneath this video and tell me where I've been misleaded. Because Shava said I was misleaded and I was fallen off the path that God provided or something like that. And now I'm just thinking, well, if I am wrong, then why wouldn't you come and put me right? Come on a Zoom meeting with me, Carl, and tell me where I've got all my information wrong. Or are you actually really a scammer? Maybe you're not. I could have my information wrong, but the facts at the moment that I see and hear, and I watch you on these YouTube videos, you're a dirty, disgusting bottom feeder. And you should be eaten by these crocodiles in the pond next to me.
On a global basis, and also my team, and building my own, acquiring my own miners, so that on day one, which is the 29th, on day one, I know what I'm doing and all my people know what they're doing. But you don't have a miner. This is not for you, definitely not you at the moment.
What is that called?
That's called Bitcoin mining.
Oh, okay.
That's the second product in We Are All Satoshi.
So they're trying to come up with a product or service. Now remember, the value of the product is nothing. In fact, they've spent the last month, I've been watching them, they've spent 3 weeks building up this thing where you can mine for Bitcoin 2. And you can mine it at the cost of $3 per coin. but you can buy it because Bitcoin 2 has been out for about 2 or 3 months, and you can buy it on the open market for 45 cents each. Or you can go into We Are Satoshi and mine it yourself for $3. But the problem is they're actually selling packages of $50, $500, and $5,000. And when you sign up for a $50 package, you have the liberty of having a premium account. If you want a premium account, you've got to buy a left leg and a right leg. So that means you need to spend 3 times that money. You can buy your own left leg and your own right leg, which means you can, technically speaking, you can buy a $150 package, a $1,500 package, and a $15,000 package. Or you can find some loser friends or family that don't know anything about crypto and tell them just to give you money and trust you, like these Ponzi schemes grow. So that's just giving you a bit of insight. And the product that he claims he's got is mining, but there's no proof that they're worth anything. And as I said, you might as well go buy them on the open market. Now, if you're not familiar with We Are Satoshi, they have what they call a proof of reserve. And it basically is a vault that's on the internet that no one can touch except Chavis, who doesn't give us his last name, claims he's started his own corporation at the age of 17 and provided services to Marble Studios and also been an advisor or worked with governments. And what else did he do? He's provided AI that every single body in the world and every person in the world uses, and he developed it. That's what he said. So this is him, and he's 27 years of age. Same guy, won't tell you his last name, can't find him anywhere on the internet. And he did a copyright strike on one of my videos and provided me his name, and now he claims that the name he gave me wasn't even his, even though theoretically the email address and the name of the YouTube channel and also the phone number was. So it's really strange. But anyway, long story short, can't trust the guy. He's a thieving bastard. And you can't trust Carl because he's a thieving bastard. And everyone that's trying to sell you these mining packages don't know what they're doing. And they're just trying to get you to buy these packages. And that's why it's called a Ponzi scheme, because there's no money coming in other than buying these mining packages. So now they think they have a product.
All right.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, yes, Sam and Chavez set We Are All Satoshi up. But Sam has stepped away from that and just left it with Chavez.
So there was $260 million in the marketing budget that theoretically came from Sam, or that was actually 68% of the put aside when people put money in, which means that they theoretically had, going by what they're saying, $382 million come into the platform, and that would mean that they would have $214 million in the Vault Horizon, but they don't. They only have $4.2 million. So all the figures are a load of rubbish crap. And now, why would somebody like Sam deposit, theoretically, $260 million and then walk away from it? It's ridiculous. So no one knows who owns We Are Satoshi. Just wanted to put that out there. And now Chavis is theoretically the worker who's now come in, claiming to be some big businessman that we never knew about because he's modest. And he said he signed NDAs, which is the same as Sam. He's all under NDAs as well, because that's what scammers do. They just say, I've signed an NDA and I can't tell you anything. You know, so this is all the crap that we're hearing now. Carl's brought all this shit into his brain, and now he's spewing it out over Vera.
In fact, Chavez got an email yesterday morning, apparently, from Binance. Yeah. And he's in line for the new technology, new product award, because this is so new and so innovative technology, taking Bitcoin mining off those expensive machines and doing them on the blockchain in an NFT.
Oh, this is so stupid, it's ridiculous. A mate of mine, he does mining, and he was making $8,000 a month from mining, but it was costing him $4,000 a month in electricity. And now they have claimed that they've come away with minting these. What is a Bitcoin anyway? It's really worth shit, isn't it? I mean, it's just a digital token that is only good if you find somebody who will exchange it with you. I mean, I'm not against crypto. I love the technology. I love technology. It's saved my life. I'm dyslexic and it's brilliant. But really, I mean, the bullshit that this guy's, you know, the amount of flaws in what they're doing is just ridiculous. There's no credibility in what they're saying. And going by their history, every single project that Carl has promoted to anybody has failed. He doesn't even know what he's talking about. And he's still got a daytime job, so he hasn't been successful himself.
Okay.
Anyway,
yeah.
As I said, I rang to let you know
DAOversal is real.
Yeah.
DAOversal is real because she's said that she's going to theoretically have $100,000 to put into an investment opportunity. So now he's saying that DAOversal is real. A few minutes ago, a month ago, he was saying that DAOversal, he didn't know who owned it. And he had a friend that might be flying over there to meet the person, but didn't know whether he was really real or not.
And that it is a path to get your hyper money out, but it'll be a slow path. But I haven't done a deep dive into it as yet because I've been too busy with Where or Satoshi.
If you haven't seen my videos, every time I see Carl in the video, I get this clip where he fell asleep through an hour and a half video and he's snoring. It's so funny.
All right. So is it worth my while to register DAOversal?
Say that again.
Is it worth should I register with DAOversal, or does it automatically go across Hyperverse and Hypernation?
Well, that I don't know. I've had a look at registering, or it starts as automatic, but because of the contractual obligation by Hyperverse, at least.
These contracts mean shit now, don't they? You might as well wipe your ass on them.
They can't make you go to another platform. You
Oh, okay. It's all getting legal now, Carl.
have to approve it, right? So
who's going to approve it, Carl?
So that is the migration process. If you agree to migrate, that's it. You no longer have a legal hold over Hyperverse to give you your money back.
Oh, hold the court case then. Hold the judge. Tell the judge, wait a minute. I want to make sure that I've got my facts right. Somebody tried to sue me in the New Zealand High Court for $3.8 million. Ooh, I know all about it, guys. It was a rigmarole. You're never going to get these guys in court. There's no legal stuff to be worried about here. An hour and a half before the High Court judge looked at my documents, the guy filed a discontinuance, and now he has to pay my legal fees of my legal fees are actually $36,600. And I got awarded $27,500 because my lawyers, the best defamation lawyers in New Zealand, I must say, thank you very much, my friends. They said, the judge said, not me, that they spent too much time fighting a $3.8 million lawsuit. That's what happens when you go to court. We spent 180 hours defending ourselves, slaughtered the guy, didn't have a shit show in hell. You go through into my playlist and you'll see the Stephen Mccullah, and you'll see I mortified the guy as a scammer. And I tell you what, after I've done that, we have hardly heard a beep out of him. So it's really worked. The guy's stopped, well, it hasn't stopped, but we haven't heard anything from him since the last 2 months, which has been brilliant. So we're waiting for him to pop up his ugly head and then we can have another go at him. But anyway, means that he can't stop me now. So talking about legal and the legalities of these Ponzi schemes, when I hear them talking like this, they just talk shit.
If you migrate, I've now had it confirmed by somebody completely independent, actually two somebodies, like Pinnicky, who was my upline.
Pinnicky Nark!
Way up in England. He's been to Dubai as well.
Yippee-yi-yi! Pinnicky, he's an awesome guy. Love you, Pinnicky. Mr. Doomsday. He can really paint a bad picture about the world's state of affairs, so he'll get you. They use all the tricks they can. They all feed off each other, these bastards. You're a bastard, Carl.
Met with the DAOversal people several times. He was part of the Hypernation army, so he knows both sides. The Hypernation...
Well, you can trust Pinnicky Nark, can't you guys? Anybody who's watching my video now, what do you think when you hear about the name Pinnicky Nark? What do you think about the name when you hear of Keith Williams? What about Brenda Chunder, Rodney Ford, or Carl Bond? Was it Carl Bond? I've forgotten his name. Kalpesh Patel. What do you think when you hear those names? Do they make you feel happy? And then when you hear Pinnicky Nark, you're thinking, oh, I like him. He's a lovely guy.
Management side and the DAOversal side, and he's so excited and getting really involved.
I'm so excited.
But the other person was one of the MVPs that I had on Discord.
Oh yeah, tell me more.
Who also went, and not only was he had a bigger account in Hyperverse and Hypernation than almost anybody. He got millions to risk. Okay?
Yeah.
And he came back with DAOversal is real.
Wow.
But I'm not going to advise you.
Did he say that Hyperverse was real as well, Carl? Did you say Hyperverse was real? And I think you said at the start of this that DAOversal was real. So what excuse are you going to use in a month's time when it falls over? Carl? You going to get your crocodile out then, mate? Chase Vera around? You put your wee bit of meat out there in front of your crocodile? You're a hunter. You're a victim hunter. That's who you are. How do you sleep at night?
I'm over-advising you what to do because it just...
No liability.
Every time I seem to give you advice, it just blows up in my face.
Well, this might have blown up in your face given the recording to Danny de Hek, a.k.a. the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger. Hey, Carly? Carly? Can we call you Carl? Carly?
I'm just giving you information and leaving it with you to make the decision.
Well, I tell you what, I just did now. I logged into Hyperverse. And it takes me to Hyper Community, right? And it says...
Yeah, okay, hang on a sec. Hyper Community appears, and I can't be confirming this or denying it.
Well, you're friggin' useless then, Carl. In fact, Vera showed me that when she clicks on the part where you meant to, it comes up with a 404 error page.
Appears to be just a funnel page for everything. It's not actually a platform. It seems to be a funnel page. When you go beyond that page, you are getting into DAOversal. So you have to decide if you want to register with DAOversal on your own.
Yeah.
Proceed, and if you proceed.
So basically, you're on your own, and if you want to go into Hyperverse or Hypernation's thing, you might as well put a blindfold on and just hit the keyboard, and hopefully you hit the right key.
That's fine, and you're in DAOversal. Your assets will be set up the way they're supposed to be set up.
Okay. Well,
the good thing is not only do you get your money back. Eventually, you actually get 1.5 times back.
Oh, really? Where's the money coming from to pay you 1.5 times, Carl? So this is a brand new Ponzi scheme, and theoretically it's going to mysteriously be able to give Vera her $23,000 back if she transfers her money over, and it's going to take a long time. And none of these Ponzi schemes or anything that you promote lasts. So they all crash. How do you sleep at night doing this for your money? How do you think you've lost? You think you're smart because everyone knows you've made money from this, and you just tell people you haven't. And when you do, you scoop it away and put it under your hat.
That's why you've got to wait so long, because they are sweetening the pot.
Oh, are they sweetening the pot?
But it's only a small sweetener. But if you've already, because what moves over is not what you deposited. It was what you had pending. I've got about $1 million pending now. So my pending moves across, but it might take me 20 years to get that $1 million.
20 years? 20 years? Come on, Carl. This isn't helping Vera.
Back out.
Well, what I just did was logged into Hyperverse. It took me to hyper-community.com, and it says that I have a total of 75,502 HPT.
Yeah. Now what that is
now that's worth 0.000 something, nothing.
The token that your hyper unit,
and this is what the coins for We Are Satoshi will be worth in the not too distant future. This is the elephant in the room. You can spend all this time minting these tokens and paying $3 each to mint a token that's going to be worth 0.000. And I don't think Binance will really give a shit about what you're doing, Chavis. You're just making these bullshits up. If so, please give us the contact that you had at Binance, and I'll verify that he said that to you and that you are going to be given some award, okay? So can you verify that for us before you make these false claims?
Will convert to once you confirm you want to go over to DAOversal.
Yeah.
Now, you can't take HPT out. That's an internal token, but you can use it on the platform to rent land, or I think you can rent land with it. or
You can rent land on DAOversal. This is exciting. So what happened to the metaverse?
you can
Oh, is that part of the metaverse? Okay. I know one of these Ponzi schemes, the guy that tried to sue me for $3.8 million was inventing a metaverse. And they kept on saying, we've got a real metaverse. You don't know what you're talking about. And now they've just released an announcement that they're actually not doing the metaverse. Now they're going to make it a game instead. Can you believe that?
you can add to it in some way.
Just search for Lunar 1, and search for Danny de Hek and find a video and have a laugh at what this company claims they were going to do. This guy actually said that he did a Kickstarter campaign, and he raised $29,000, and he was going to go and hunt live dinosaurs. And when he got there, he lost all his luggage and he didn't have his paperwork in order and had to come home. That's why I have a dinosaur playing in the background. Listen. Real dinosaur, kids. All right.
As I said, I haven't done enough investigation. I'm just letting you know DAOversal is real.
Aye.
From what I've
What part about it is real?
been told.
Okay. Dude hand, Chinese whisper stuff. Take his word for it, Vera. It's real.
It's entirely up to you what you do with DAOversal.
No liability, Carl. Don't put any liability. You've already taken probably $90,000 off Vera. Is that what you've taken? Is that it? I don't know exactly. I'm assuming it's a lot of money because she's listened to you.
DAOversal. Yeah. I'm not recommending it to anybody.
Okay.
I'm saying it's real. You have to do your own research from that point.
Oh, we'll go to the internet. I haven't done a video on DAOversal yet. But yeah, go to the internet and just put, is DAOversal a scam, into a search engine. You'll find all the information you want to go to. Behind MLM, he does really good research, Oz, and you'll find out whether DAOversal is real or not. You don't need to listen to Carl saying it's real, even though he doesn't want to take any responsibility for his actions. He just wants you to do all the research, but he's going to point you in the right direction. What?
Okay, so... Well, it gives you, it's a simple page. It says withdrawal or withdrawal history. If you press withdrawal, it's got coin, HPT, chain name, CVN.
CVN?
I don't know what BVN is.
It must be another token.
It's C for Charlie, V for Victor, N for November, CVN, chain name. It's got enter a withdrawal address.
Okay.
Carl will help you fix that because he's really good at support. He's offering support to people, and we are Satoshi at the moment. He's trying to take some of the workload off Chavez's shoulders. He's such a kind-hearted fella, but he's still got a daytime job, haven't you? Hey, Chavez offered me a job doing their marketing. Would you believe? Become part of the marketing team. I said, go stick it up your bum. yeah, I won't say what I said.
I've only gone as far as you have. I haven't gone any further.
Well, you're useless, aren't you? Useless, hey? You're more useless than a tail on a donkey? No, that's not right. You're more useless than I don't know. You're just useless, Carl. You're absolutely a piece of shit, mate.
And haven't done any research on it.
Yep.
I just don't have the time.
Oh, you poor man. I feel for you. Have you even got the brains to do the research you need to either?
Okay.
I'm getting up at 4. The reason I messaged you to say that I'm in bed is because I've been getting up before 4 o'clock, getting on the UK prime time to get the first source of information. Then I've been doing my own global with another guy in England. We've been doing global training and Q&A for up to 4 hours.
Yeah.
Wow, Carl, you're amazing. And I've seen you in those meetings, and you had a good laugh on Sunday morning. Because you saw me in there, didn't you? And you had a wee chuckle, and you had a laugh when I said you took Vera's $3,000, and you laughed, and I said you put it in a bank account, and it got transferred to Singapore, and it cost them $200, and then Chavez goes, oh, do you get off and that sort of stuff? And I go, yeah, I do. When I start investigating where people's money goes and I find out the path, it does fascinate me. But you thought it was a real chuckle that you took $3,000 off Vera and then she lost it all. You were sitting there laughing. What type of person is laughing at these people who are losing their money? Do you not realize that people are taking out their, mortgaging their houses, they're using money that they can't invest because you were giving them advice, and then they're losing it, and then you're laughing about it? Really? You better, wow, I wouldn't, woof. I tell you what, I wouldn't want to take my money with promises and then lose it all. Just saying.
Then getting on the US prime time.
Oh, give me a bucket.
And then answering questions in the Q&A chat I set up.
Well, you're useless at this job, Carl. Just stop doing it. Stop giving people advice. Stop doing stuff with crypto you know nothing about. And stop living in hope that this is going to work out one day and you're going to get rich. Bitcoin was a dream that started in your own Facebook page. Imagine buying Bitcoin back in 2009. How many did you buy, Carl?
For people like the Hyper Nation chat that I used to admin, I own this one on Telegram. I set it up, and look, the numbers are growing 100 a day type of growth.
Well, you own Telegram now.
Of people with questions because this is all so new to them.
Yeah.
It's all new. Yeah, trust a brand new vehicle that has never been tested on the road. And when you drive it down the road, the wheels fall off it. And they go, well, it was a brand new car and we didn't test it all because we're all amateurs.
It's not just put some money in Binance and send it to a platform and buy something in a platform. This is 2 or 3 times more complex.
Okay. Yeah. Well, there's 2 or 3 more times chances of it falling flat in the face if you're involved with it, going by your history.
Well, anyway, I appreciate that you're busy, but what I've done is send you a screenshot of withdrawal with the hypercommunity.com that says the coin is HPT, the chain name is CVN. It needs enter a withdrawal address. So I'm wondering what withdrawal address you put. Like, is that with like OKX or Binance or something?
I think OKX fell over, didn't it?
And the HPT, what will that convert to?
Well, I don't know what it'll convert to. And
nothing. That's what it'll convert to a few cents, sorry, Vera.
I don't know if it has any value outside of...
I tell you, it doesn't have any value outside the platform. Same as We Are Satoshi. Anything that you think of as value, it's the same as Wee Global at the moment. All their money, everyone's got money stuck in Wee Global. They don't want you to take the money off the platform because there isn't any money left. They've already squandered it away. But now they're coming up with a way. So they're even I've heard that they're rebranding Wee Global. Now, that means that if you can't get your money out of it, it's a slow exit strategy. Now, this, unfortunately, Vera, she knows it. Carl's trying to say there's hope. There's no hope. Everyone's lost their money.
Platform, and I don't know what platforms, if any, support that chain.
I do love the saying, though, you can see who's been swimming naked when the tide goes out. And that's what happened when Bitcoin went back to, I think it's now $26,000 per coin, and it was up to, was it 85 or 86? I can't remember, but yeah, it's just disgusting. Obviously, you can see who's swimming naked now when they're trying to make money in a, what do you call it, in a bear market? Is that right? Yeah, I think it's a bear market, isn't it?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Go junkie. So,
like, when you withdrew from Hyperverse, you could withdraw to a BEP20. Was it BEP20? Whatever network you withdrew on, you had to send it to a network, to a platform that supported that network.
Yeah.
Firstly.
Yeah.
And supported that token.
Well, so I don't know. HPT I've never heard of, and the chain name CVN I've never heard of.
Yeah, and I've heard of the HPT because I've read a little bit about DAOversal, but I have no idea what that chain is and which platform supports it. You either, if you want my advice for this issue, you're going to have to wait. Otherwise, you're going to have to do the research yourself and Google it.
Yeah.
I just don't have any time.
All right.
As I said, I'm doing 8.
Hey, Carl, what did you do with Vera's money when she deposited into the platform? Because you got your commission. Is there any possibility that she could get the referral fee that you received when you helped her deposit her money into these platforms?
Nowadays, from 4 a.m., just helping people with the whole concept of Bitcoin to mining, NFTs, connecting to a special DApp, decentralized application, where they will manage their miners. It's just a whole many times more intricate than any technology most people have even touched. And I'm getting questions as basic as, how do I copy paste an address?
Yeah. All right.
And these are people that are trying to understand this Bitcoin mining concept on top of NFTs.
Yep. All right.
So,
okay. Well,
but it's fun somewhat.
Yeah. All right. Well, I've sent you a screenshot of the page. When you get time, if you can look into, well, the coin is HPT, the chain name, but where that withdrawal, because it gives you the option of withdrawing all of it, 75,000.
That's not gonna happen.
No.
I do know that to start in DAOversal, the first you use that to buy a pack in the platform. Okay.
Yep.
So it's like topping up. You buy a pack in the platform, but you've got to buy it in stages. You buy a 5,000 pack, and it's something like 1,000 days. You work through that pack and withdraw.
It's like a circus show, isn't it? I mean, go and watch the clowns juggle the balls. You go and buy as many balls as you can and then learn how to juggle. And if you don't drop the balls, you might get your money back. And in the meantime, teach other people how to juggle at the same time. I know I'm being stupid, but I mean, how many different of these platforms and how many different types of scenarios and jargon do they use that people like Vera don't really understand? I mean, Vera is a lady that's obviously done quite well with herself, got quite a bit of money. Carl's come along and told her a whole lot of investment opportunities. She doesn't really understand it, but obviously she's trusted that Carl did know shit when Carl knew nothing, and he should have kept his nose in his own affairs. And if he wants to invest in these platforms, then do so. But don't encourage other people to do it, especially when you talk shit like you do, mate. Well, I'm not even calling you mate. You're a disgusting bottom feeder of the world, Carl. You're not even a crocodile hunter. I bet you've got a plastic knife. Look at this. Look at the picture. Look at the picture. Whoop, can you see the knife? That's not a knife, mate. That's a plastic knife. You're a phony, moany, groany. Anyway, watch those alligators. Crocodiles. Alligators are different. Crocodiles are different. Anyway, make sure those alligators don't chop you up, mate.
Can't even withdraw until you're halfway through,
Right,
or something like that, at a slow rate, and then the rate picks up. Then once the 5,000 pack is all withdrawn, you can then use your residual to subscribe to a $50,000 pack. And you'll work through that. And then if you've got residual, you can subscribe to a $500,000 pack, and you work through that.
Oh, $500,000 pack. $1 million. Oh, it sounds good when they throw those numbers out. Oh, it just strikes my old money meter, doesn't it? Oh, $1 million. I'm going to be rich if I listen to Carl. Oh, you're going to be poor if you listen to Carl. Carl hasn't got a brain. Well, in fact, he has got a brain. He's got two brains. One's lost and the other one's looking for it. Okay, Carl?
And if the timing is what I've read is correct...
Oh, you have read about DAOversal now. A few minutes ago, you knew nothing about DAOversal, but now you're an expert?
In my case, to get $555,000 worth of HPT out will take me 3,000 days.
3,000 days. Now, let's work that out. It's 8.5 years. 8.5 years to get your money out. Good on you, Carl. Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Okay.
Sounds exciting.
Okay. 10 years.
If I can make $5, $10, $20, $50 million using Bitcoin mining...
Yeah.
In that time frame...
Yeah.
Do you think I'm going to worry about $500,000...
No.
Stuck in hyper community?
No, you're not. You're going to think, I lost my money there. I'm on to the next best thing over here. Yeah, stay focused, stay focused, stay focused. Don't lose focus, Carl. Stay focused. Keep taking people's money. Keep taking that commission money you get from referring these stupid platforms, you idiot. Okay, get off my high horse.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right.
Vera sounds very excited about what you just said, Carl.
Well, you know, you're my only sort of connection to who knows about this, anything remotely about this.
I know, and there is.
Wait, there's more. There might be some Gunzu knives yet. Don't forget that Vera was well aware that she was recording this to give it to me so I could expose Carl as a scammer. Thank you so much for trusting me, Vera. And I know this is your money and you've learnt a hard lesson. But anyway, at least we can help others who may think that Carl knows what he's talking about.
And I will support you as much as I can in my time frame available, but also in my frustration with certain other people around you.
Ooh, wonder who that is.
Sedat is very sorry.
Oh, it's too late.
Yeah.
Yeah. As soon as he started calling me a scammer and a cunt, and
I never called you a CUT, thank you very much. If I did, prove it. Well, I might have done.
other things, he just lost all credibility.
Okay. Oh, was that your partner, not me? Maybe he's not talking about me. I don't think Carl's worked out that I'm talking to Vera yet. But he will now, because this will be on the video on the interweb soon.
Yeah, well, I can't speak for him, but I'm asking you to help me.
Yeah, I will when I can and how I can. As I said, I can't give you information I don't have yet.
All right. Okay. All right. Well,
either be patient or do the research yourself. If you do the research yourself, well, maybe you can teach me.
Oh, that's so funny, Carl. You're just a comedian now. Leave the funny jokes to me, okay? You're not a comedian. You're not even funny. And you probably live home alone by yourself. And that your community is the interweb. How exciting.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I hardly think that. But anyway, I've left it with you. As I said, I've sent you a screenshot. If you can enlighten me in any way, I would appreciate it, okay?
I will do what I can.
Okay. All right.
Okay, darling.
All right. Thanks. All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So there we are, the notorious victim hunter. This guy will prey on you. Alrighty, so that was Carl Miller, and it's Carl N. Miller. I have a database on him, and I would appreciate any additional information that you can give me about him. If you are one of his victims, and he's managed to hunt you down as the Crypto Dundee, and managed to extract money out of you, I don't care if it's $10. I don't care if it's $1,000. I hope it's not more than that. But if you have lost money to Carl Miller, or Yvonne Henry, Kate Longley, or the Janet lady, or George, the people in the, what do they call that? ANZAC crypto whalers in their YouTube channel. I actually said to Carl and I said to Kate Longley, if they just stopped doing their YouTube videos and literally deleted their YouTube video, I would not publish the videos I have done about them. So I'm Danny de Hek, aka the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger. I was featured in the New York Times at a whole page. I think it was on the 19th of November 2022. And they did an article about my quest to name and shame anyone running a Ponzi scheme or a scam. So I'm here. I've done over 400 videos about helping people and creating awareness about Ponzi schemes and scams. I've done over nearly 600 videos on my YouTube channel. So I just want people to wake up and think before you part with any money, because these guys will have their hand out and they're quite happy to be nice to you and hold your hand through the whole ordeal. But when you lose the money, they just put their hands up in the air and they tell you to search Google and find the answers somewhere else and do your own research. So it's a one-way street. As Vera's partner said, the money's just going one way. If it sounds too good to be true, it often is. I hope you've enjoyed my video. I'm going to leave it there. It is now 3 a.m. in the morning and I'm going to get 4 hours sleep. I think I better let this one, I better do this one in the morning. So thanks for tuning in and I'll see you in the next video. Next video is on probably Vend, because I've got a lady who's promoting it, and she said that she would come on a Zoom meeting and tell me why she thinks it's a good idea for her to promote these Ponzi schemes. Her name is Summer. I don't know her first name. I haven't practiced it yet, but if you know who she is, she's the lady who's doing the presentations for Vend at the moment, and she's still promoting Sam Lee's project. And the other video I'm going to do one is I've got a video ready to do another one on Roy Kanacha. He said an interesting thing in his video today, that Chavez told him that Sam took the money from We Are Satoshi, which sounds about right. Even though Chavez is saying no money's been stolen from We Are Satoshi, there's only $4.2 million in the Vault Horizon, the proof of reserve, which that figure alone has basically been their undoing. And if you watch the video I just did before this one, you'll actually see what I mean. It's amazing, the lies that they will tell you to keep this coming. And We Are Satoshi is shut down for the next 4 days, and it will open up on the 1st or the 29th. I'm not sure of the date. I actually think it's the 1st. And then they will be selling mining packages. And again, it will start up another wave of people believing what their friends or their family member tells them. People like Carl will be out there pushing these Ponzi schemes to you, so you will sign up so he will get his commission money. Forget about the mining. Forget about what they say is going to happen. That does not have anything to do with it. The thievery is when they sign you up and you put your money on these platforms. Straight away, they take their money out, and that's what's going on. I'm Danny de Hek. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Woo!